Welcome to ATVision, powered by Quad Off-Road Magazine. This Motosode brought to you by MotoWorks. Jason Wygant here, profiling the Kawasaki riders and team for 2009. What a phenomenal team, what phenomenal riders Monster Energy Kawasaki has. Both Josh Kramer and Chad Wienen have won races this year, and the green team is in contention for both the AMA Pro ATV Manufacturers Championship and the overall Series Rider Championship with Wienen. For more, let's go to Krista Watson with the old school boss, Jimmy White.
Jimmy, you're the team manager for Kawasaki. Tell us about your roles with the team.
Well, the main roles, I guess I call myself the head babysitter. Our team is a little bit out there. We've put together a pretty energetic team, and with that, like I said, it's babysitter. But no, the guys are all good. There is no boss over here to speak of. I mean, we all know what the job is to be done. We're all going towards the same goal of winning a championship, so it's actually a pretty easy job when you get right down to it. It's just the main thing is just finding the right mixture of people, and I think we've got it right now.
Team Kawasaki is in the hunt for their first championship ever in ATV racing. What does that mean to you and to the team here?
You know, it's exciting. It's really exciting. I mean, this is our third year. It's been 24, 25 years since Kawasaki's won a championship and never won one on a four-wheeler, but a three-wheeler with myself and some others. But it's exciting just to be back in the game, and we're wanting the number one number plate on the bike for next year.
We hope you the best of luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Josh, you came on with Kawasaki a couple of years ago. Tell us why you chose to come with the team.
Things went well for me back in '06. I was riding as a privateer, and Kawasaki was at one of the races, and they liked how I performed, and they got in touch with me a couple months later. We just proceeded to go from there, and ever since I've been riding for Kawasaki. You know, this is the third year with them, and they're a great team to ride for, awesome bike, and things have just been going really well for me.
You had a great start to the season, and then you run into some bumps and some bad luck. What's your plan for the rest of the season here?
We're just going to try to shine. Just going to do what I can do best and try to win and ride as hard as I can ride. Put this Kawasaki out front. You know, it's capable of being out front. We proved that. Whoever says that motocross doesn't have anything to do with luck, it's got a lot to do with luck. A lot of people have had some bad luck. I've ran into quite a bit myself this year, but you know, we're just going to keep putting this bike out front, me and Chad, and hopefully Chad can get the championship for us. I'm a little bit far back, but I'm going to try to get myself back up in the top three and just keep this Kawasaki out front.
Ryan, you're new to Team Kawasaki this year. Tell us about the adjustment and working on the new bike.
It's been really good. Everybody on the team does their job, and it's been pretty much awesome. Kawasaki stands behind us 100%, and we've had a few issues at the beginning of the year, but we've worked our butts off, and we're as you can see, we're doing quite well.
Yeah, you're on your way to a championship. Tell us about how you feel about being on this team and chasing a championship.
Well, the team's awesome. If I could pick a group of guys to be on a team together, as far as friends and working together, this is the team. As far as chasing the championship, still have 6 motos left. Obviously, Chad wants it. We've crawled our way back, and I don't think we're going to let go of it.
You and Chad actually have a really good relationship. You've worked together over the years. Tell us about how that adds into his success.
Well, you know, I met Chad when he was still a privateer, and we kind of hit it off. We were just kind of friends at the beginning, and then when Suzuki brought him on, I worked for him, and we've just always gotten along really well. We take each other's input and criticism, and we've gone a long way.
Tell us about working on the bike.
There's a lot of potential on these bikes, the motors. Pro Circuits has been doing an awesome job. Basically, I just have to put it together. And but as far as development goes, we've tried several different options this year, and it's going to get better. We've gotten better every race so far, and it's just going to keep going.
Chad, you came on with Team Kawasaki this year. Tell us why you made the choice to come on and how the adjustment has been.
Well, I knew that they had a really good opportunity over here at Kawasaki. They've shown that they have good bikes in the past, and just need a little bit of work this year to get them up and over the hump that they've been going over. And the Team Green has been working really great this year, and Jimmy White gave me the phone call, and I took it, and it's paying off really well. I couldn't be happy over here over at Kawasaki.
At the beginning of this year, you're having some bad luck, but your season has completely turned around. You're in the chase for the championship. You're having an amazing time. How's your team out into that?
Well, you couldn't do this without the team. I couldn't do it by yourself, and even being in the circumstance that I'm in right now, it feels really good, and just putting my head down and trying to get this Kawasaki a championship this year. And the beginning of the year is a milestone for me to get over, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't have that. So just everything's been going really well. Just trying to stay on the podium and working my way up through the pack. And I'm sitting in first place right now, so I'm really happy with everything the way it's going, and just really excited for the rest of the year.
Chad, you have a pre-race ritual where you run down the line. Tell us about that.
Well, going into the heat of battle, you don't want to be going out there cold, and I always like to stretch my legs and get really good and stretched out. And it kind of happened through football. When I played football, you always do pregame, and you got to get warmed up in order to go out there and do your best. And that's just the way I've been doing it, and I'm not going to change now, so it works out really well.
Sure does. Thanks, Chad. Patrick, you came out with Team Kawasaki a couple of years ago. Why did you choose to come with the team?
Well, I've been a mechanic for, probably the past 5 years, and the opportunity, came open, so decided to jump on it. And ever since I've been here, it's been a great time. So the guys are real good to work with. It's been real easy the past 2 years, and it's just been fun. Look forward to many more years.
Chad's a big guy and he's hard on bikes. Tell us about the different preparations you have to do for a rider like Chad.
Well, for somebody like Chad, you just need to go through, make it pretty much bulletproof. Anything you think that could happen, you need to fix. Anything you think can fall off, you need a safety wire. Just stay on top of everything, Just rough on stuff, but that's what it takes to be out front, so keep it going.
Thank you, Patrick.
No, thank you.
Chappie, how'd you get started working for Team Kawasaki?
I was actually a racer before myself, and then I was a mechanic, and was at a lot of the races working for privateers, and actually my brother-in-law was the last guy I was working for. And when they got their first rig, I was at Glen Helen National, and Mitch Payton, which is Pro Circuit, he had suggested, hey, the Cowie guys are going to need a truck driver. And I was a mechanic at the time, but I had a truck driving license too. So I was like, he goes, you ought to go over there, it'd be worth checking into. So I went over and talked to him, ended up going down there for a meeting at the headquarters. That place is awesome. And the rest is kind of history. They said, you want a job? I said, absolutely. So I started there, and I actually did both. I was a mechanic and drove the first 18-wheeler we had. And they've always taken care of me, been such an awesome company. I wouldn't go anywhere else. I always joke with everybody in the industry, and I tell them, if I don't work for Cowie, I'm retired. So, but I've been there, since 1995, and it's been awesome, and they're just a great place to work.
Here's your series point standings. We're heading to Redbud next. Weenan trying to reel Wimmer back in after a tough race at our last event in Pennsylvania. That's Redbud in Buchanan, Michigan, round 10, August 2nd. Be there, or check out our next Motosode Wednesday, August 5th, 7 p.m. That's when we'll cover that event. It's all brought to you by MotoWorks. For Krista Watson, who did all the real work this weekend, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching ATVision, powered by Quad Off-Road Magazine.
Me and Chappie, when we go home from the races, we just go to the river, drink beer, hang out, and then we come back.
Bikes are done.
Cool.
Hey, yeah, we meet Dr. White in Steamboat Cove every weekend.